Now that you've learned a little bit about how to identify and revise the passive voice, it's time for an in-class revision activity. So you can see where the passive voice exists in your past writing and experiment with revising it. So here's the activity. I want you to find 5 sentences from past writing in which you see the passive voice mark. And those should be very clearly marked for you, and you should have plenty of examples. On a separate piece of paper, revise these sentences with the following format. I want you to write the original sentence, and yes, the entire sentence, and then write your revision. So don't simply revise a portion of it. Write the original sentence and the revised sentence. Let me show you an example. During Friday Night Lights, the background music is used to highlight the conflict between Permian and Carter. The passive verb here, of course, is used. Background music is the subject, and it is being used rather than using something else. That's passive, and of course you would see the passive mark right over top of it. One possible revision, using revision strategy number 3, shows during Friday nights, background music highlights the conflict between Permian and Carter. And that, of course, keeps background music as the subject, but we have changed the verb. So background music subject here, passive verb. Notice that I've just taken this infinitive highlight and I make it my verb, and it's a much cleaner and more active sentence. Another possible revision for the same sentence: in Friday Night Lights, the filmmakers use background music to highlight the conflict between Permian and Carter. So in this case, you can see that we inserted the implied subject and kept the verb, and background music now becomes the object of that action, where it was technically the object up in this sentence. However, the object is in the subject position. That's the strangeness of the passive voice. You'll have the remainder of the class period to complete this. Feel free to work together and help each other. This is by no means a test or any sort of high-stakes quiz, and make sure you're turning this in by the end of the class period with your name and the date, your class period, and at the top write in-class revision activity passive voice. If you need to watch the passive voice video again or go to certain portions and press pause, please feel free to do so. The computer and the video are yours to use as you wish. Good luck.